welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween, and today we're going to talk about I Was a Teenage Werewolf. 1957 star Michael London, huge star in the future. You know, he would go on to Bonanza, Highway to Heaven, Little House on the Prairie, huge famous celebrity. This was one of his first movies. I think he was 20 or 21 years old when he made this. And what an interesting movie. As a kid, this was all over like as a kid, I used to love to go to the library and get the horror books, and the horror books had a ton of stuff on this movie. It was all full of Godzilla and Frankenstein, but this teenage werewolf movie was all over the place in the 50s. And I just went back and rewatched it. It's very hard to find. I don't know if it's a copyright issue, but it is available for free on YouTube, and I did go back in and watch it recently. And a couple things stood out to me, and again, try not to go deep into spoilers. But the main character is just very poorly written. Like, Michael Landon plays Tony, and he's just an absolute dick. Like, to his friends, to his family, there's no redeeming quality to this character. So as I was watching, I'm like, wow, this isn't a great role for Michael London's character, and it kind of takes away some of the sympathy you would have for the main character. It's supposed to be our protagonist in the movie, and we're supposed to feel bad. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't. He just came across as just an unlikable character in the movie, which was very interesting. But I would tell you that there's some really cool stuff in this movie. Again, I love these old movies. Again, an hour and 16 minutes. Really the main cast. You've got, one other, kind of a name in the horror. You had Whit Basil, plays the doctor in the movie, or Bissell. But it's really the Michael Landon show, and everyone else is kind of, secondary characters. Not that they're bad, it's just that they're not main, stars like some of the other casts that we've had in some other movies. But there's a couple things in there. Probably the scariest scene, and again, a little bit of spoilers, is there's a scene where Tony's in school, and he just got a great, report from his principal, saying, hey, I'm going to recommend you go to college after the work you've done with the psychiatrist, and the bell goes off. And in this movie, Tony's been injected with serum, and it basically reverts him back to primal instinct. And for him, it turns him into this werewolf-type creature. And there's just a young lady practicing in the gym, and where the bell goes off, Tony just attacks and kills her. And it's really kind of the first time out of nowhere where you see Tony just that super aggressive character. And it's pretty well done. I don't find this movie very scary. I find it more of a time capsule back to the 50s. And it's a fun watch for that reason. But again, going back and watching it again recently, the main character isn't very likable. And just kind of a dick and not something you want to deal with. So again, I was surprised at how unlikable they made the main character in this movie. That was a little bit shocking to me. Tomorrow we're going to talk about, again, just kind of like I told you, Near Dark was my favorite vampire movie. I'm probably going to talk about my favorite werewolf movie. It's tough. It's between this and An American Werewolf in London. We're going to talk about Dog Soldiers. This is my one cheat movie past the 2000s out of these first 30 with the werewolf, vampire, monster movies. And I absolutely love Dog Soldiers. So I can't wait to share that with you tomorrow. Stay scary, and we'll talk soon.